Welcome in, everybody, to another edition of NXT on Tap. I am Scalz. Tonight we are joined by the OG crew once again, the Ginger Ninja Jaxpo and Phil the Future. How are you guys doing tonight?
Fantastic.
Doing just great.
So tonight we had a somewhat weird episode of NXT. Like, it was all over the place tonight. And it all started off with the tag team turmoil match to start the night. Like, I loved them starting off with this. I'm not so sure about the results. What'd you guys think?
I'm on the same boat because there should have been one team that should have came out and won this whole darn thing, and that's the OC. All day.
I don't like gauntlet matches. I don't like, especially tag team. I just don't like them.
I feel you.
I mean, I can definitely understand that. Why not though? That's what I want to know.
I don't, because the fairness of the gauntlet match. Like, if you're gonna give a gauntlet match for a number one contendership, it's not like the next team's always healthier. It's not like this one wasn't as predictable as some of them have been in the past.
Okay.
I've never fuck, if you're gonna do multi-men, put them all in the ring at once. Who cares?
I mean, I guess, but then you don't get the I understand what you're saying, because you don't like how one team is now tired from having to wrestle four previous teams, and they're the ones that are still there, and then the fresh team comes in.
And if you don't get a team with good cardio, they're blown by the first match.
Right.
I guess that's one of the downfalls to that. Is that it's luck of the draw, essentially. Mm-hmm. But overall, I mean, the match was a good match. You had great moments in the match between all the teams. I didn't agree with the result of it. That is who's won, and I love Chase U. Like, I'm a big Chase U fan. I just didn't think this was the time to give them a championship opportunity.
Right. Agreed, 100%. Should have gone to the OC. Should have gone to Gallows and Anderson all day. Come on now. Who are we messing with?
I mean, we've been talking about how we want the OC to win some sort of championship gold in the near future, and it feels like they just keep teasing us with that.
Yeah. I mean, the best thing that even really came close to that for something exciting for them is something that happened later on in the night. But we'll wait till that.
So, anything else you want to touch base on from this match?
Why does Andre Trace got to wrestle in a sweater? I know you.
I don't know. He's a professor. Apparently, he thinks the best way of actually getting that cardio and that energy is wearing the freaking Chase U sweater with a button-up shirt underneath that with some nice navy blue track pants and cup of Jordans, like teachable moments.
But
I
did like how they showcased an off-hand Blade a little bit against New Catch Republic, but I don't know. I feel like New Catch shouldn't have lasted as long as they should have. It probably would have been a better finish if we saw Good Brothers versus Chase University. That's just my thought on it.
Yeah, definitely.
Next up, we come back and we see Ethan Page walking around backstage. Commentary acknowledges the unfortunate news that had happened today We want to send out our thoughts and prayers with the Lanai family for Yuka. He passed away, unfortunately, at the age of 79 today. So may he rest in peace. And we throw up the ones for the bloodline. When we came back after that, Nathan Frazier is so focused on the Heritage Cup and being a single star right now that it's going to hurt his tag team. And I think maybe that's why they don't want the OC in the title match, because they don't want to make it too predictable, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess.
What's going on, Shadow? How are we doing today, Will?
Hello.
Stopping by. Appreciate the love and support. Talking back to talking about Nathan Frazier. He's preparing for the Heritage Cup match later on against Tony D'Angelo, which once we get to talking about that match, the match was amazing. That was probably my match of the night. We'll get to that in a moment. But Nathan just keeps focusing on the Heritage Cup singles thing, and it's almost like Axiom is like just somebody in the background that he doesn't want anything to deal with right now.
Bruv.
I'm sorry, Al. I understand the frustration with that. I think Jax did put one up on screen, though, for you.
Stegosaurus!
That's funny.
So after all that, Ethan Page comes out. He talks about Heat Waves, talking about Javon Evans, how he won his shot for the title match at Heat Wave, but Ethan Page never was eliminated from it. He then beat Javon Evans later in the night. He wants to know why he's not the one getting the shot, so he calls out Ava Raine. She has an appoint. She says he has a point. He did pin Javon, and then here comes out Sean Spears, and we get into all this. And the next thing coming out is Trick Williams, and they just go at it. Trick Williams is telling Sean Spears to sit his goofy ass down. He tells Ava it doesn't matter who he fights in Heat Wave, whether it's bum Ethan Page, the young OG, or both of them, because Toronto will be chanting "whoop that trick," and then Spears hits him in the middle of saying it. And Spears and Page all of a sudden just go off on Trick Williams. I love how they built this storyline. And then Javon Evans makes a save. Babyfaces clear the ring. Security comes out. Same story over and over, how they always do it. But I'm loving how they're building this story. How it went from a one-on-one match to a potential of a four-way. And we got that with the way that they had the closing picture from last week. What do you guys think of this build-up so far?
If it's not a fatal four-way at Heatwave, I'm going to be pissed.
It's about that, Jax. We might get to the answer to that at the very end, but
so
I'm also going to give a shout out to Ava.
Spoiler alert, Jax.
Ava, go ahead.
At the end of the night, Robert Stone is in the office with Ava. He's there with Stevie Turner, and Ava says that it's going to be a fatal four-way at Heat.
I don't listen. I don't listen to commentary on that.
I know you don't. I know you don't, and that's why. And that's why I was saying that, because I know you don't listen to commentary on there, so that's understandable. But spoiler alert: fatal four-way between Sean Spears, Trick Williams, Javon Evans, and Ethan Page at Heat Wave in Toronto, Canada, a week from Sunday.
Oh, can you feel the heat?
So, what do you think about all that, Jax?
Other than Ava Raine being only employed because her daddy sits on the board, I think that was a smart decision.
You're never going to let that go.
Well, I mean,
Scalz. She's shit.
No,
in the ring. Literally.
Yeah, that's why she's not in the ring anymore.
I know. But
She's actually doing a good job as the GM.
Now put someone else in her situation. Would they still have a job?
They would be given an opportunity to do something different first. They normally don't just fire somebody right away.
She's coming around on me. I still think she only has a job because of her daddy, but she's doing a good job as a GM.
That's the reason she got the chance at the job.
Yes.
I will agree with that. That's the reason she got the chance.
Mm-hmm.
And when they realized she's not good in the ring, they made the switch to having her as like a backstage type person, and she's actually taken this job and ran with it. I think she's doing a phenomenal job as the GM.
She's doing better out of the ring than she did in it. I will give you that.
And some people, that's what they need to do. Not everybody can be a wrestler. Some people, that's why they become referees. That's why they become backstage and interviewers. Not everybody can wrestle.
Yep. And I mean, I kind of have to give it up to Ava, like, even before the tag team turmoil match even happened. Before that, she was the one talking to the refs, like, look, guys, I don't want anything. We can't let anything too crazy happen tonight. You got to be on them P's and Q's all night. Keep your eyes open. Keep ears open. We don't want anything messing up. And
they fucked it all up.
I mean, they held it. I don't know. They still. I mean, for the first. I mean, they held it down. They held it down pretty well for the first half.
And 55 hours.
For the first hour, it was pretty good.
If I'm not mistaken,
for the first hour, it was good.
She said to keep your eyes out, and Brooks Jensen come running out at one point of the night. How the hell?
We'll get there. We'll get there.
How did he get through security in the parking lot, security in the back, and security standing ringside? Come on.
Well, Brooks Jensen's been doing this for weeks, though. Brooks Jensen has been doing this everywhere. He's been doing this at Booker. He did this at Reality of Wrestling at Booker T School. Like, bruh.
But this message is for Ava. Ava, if you need some true security guys, give me a holler. I know some people. We're all club people. We're not afraid to get our hands dirty. We'll take care of that shit. Watching this.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Yeah, shout out to Shawn Michaels.
In reference to what Al said, that she needs to dress the part, though, I mean, I guess I can see where you're coming from on that, but not every GM needs to be like that prissy type person all the time.
Yeah, and not every. Yeah.
There are moments when she does dress the part, and then there's moments where she doesn't. Like tonight, she was wearing a t-shirt. I think she was. I really didn't pay attention to what the t-shirt was, but I think
it was an awesome It was a 316 shirt. It was literally a 316 shirt with a flaming skull.
I think they use her to promote stuff also.
Yeah,
I agree. I can agree with that, Al.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to go with Scalz and say not every GM needs to be in a suit and tie, but I mean, at least have some bit of formality, I guess. I don't know.
When I was a GM, I had to wear a suit and tie every day to work.
I mean, there you go.
After the whole segment with Javon Evans and them, New Catch Republic runs into Hank and Tank in the backstage, and they challenge him a match next week. So we're going to have Hank and Tank versus New Catch Republic on NXT. I think that's going to be a good match.
They did it, and I mean, it was politely.
Next up, we're going to have Wesley versus Joe Coffey. The winner of this is getting a North American Championship match at Heatwave. And Wesley, once again, he gets it. But here's the thing. If he does not win, he can never challenge
ever again
for the North American Championship as long as Oba Femi is holding the belt.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I mean, YOLO.
I'm glad they're doing the stipulations, even with Seth on Raw, with it now being as long as you hold the belt. It used to be where they'd go, if I lose, I'll never fight for it again kind of thing. So, I mean,
Mhm.
if he loses, there's still a chance. There's still a chance.
Yeah, I
Yep.
mean, I just don't like the fact that they're doing the same angle at the same time on the main
Yeah.
roster in NXT in the same
Right,
weekend.
right.
That's the one thing I don't like about it. So I love the angle being used. I just don't want it to become oversaturated with them using it way too much.
Yeah.
Right. You know what? There was one thing I did notice about West, though. Like right after the match where Westle won and he got his hand put up, not only did he do the W, he also paid homage to the Rascals. He did that.
Good. I hope we get to see the Rascals
He did.
at some
He did
point.
that, and I'm like, I mean, I just saw this, and I'm like, wait a minute, is that a Rascals throwback? Are we getting the Rascals? I was like, wait a minute.
Good match. Love seeing Wesley in the ring. He has become such a better singles wrestler in his time in NXT, and we got to give him props with how much he's developed since being separated from Nash Carter.
Nash, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's really shined in what could have been a downfall for him in NXT. He's really made the best of it and shined, and I'm really enjoy watching it.
Yeah, I mean, like, and I even remember when it was just hit Wes and Nash together as MSK. They were like, they were like the fire that they were literally the matches that lit the flame in the tag team division in NXT. Like they were the greatest. They were like the greatest thing going in in NXT. Two-time and they were both. I mean,
they were the
they were two-time
champions.
champions.
They were
two-time They were two-time champs. Yeah, they were two-time champs. They won the freaking They won the freaking Dusty Cup. What was it? I mean, I know that they had that one side quest with Riddle. I don't know how I remember that, but they did. But still, regardless, they were like they were still like the greatest tag team in NXT. Like they held the tag team division on their back twice. And they had everything going for them. Unfortunately, they had this. Zach Wentz, Nash Carter had the stuff that happened to him because of a crazy psycho X.
Yeah, it was
Did
crazy.
he freeze?
He did freeze.
Oh.
No. Yeah, she definitely changed the outcome of what was going to happen there, but Wesley didn't let it hinder him. He made the best of it, and now look what he's done. He could be considered one of the greatest North American champions of all time with that title reign that he had.
Yep.
And
I will consider one of my top other like when it comes to greatest. I mean, that goes to Adam Cole, baby.
To who?
Adam Cole, baby.
For the North American Championship?
Yeah.
I can't.
Don't you ruin my happiness.
I can't agree with that. If you're talking about the NXT Championship, I can be swayed on that opinion. But for the North American, Wesley held it for the longest time out of anybody.
Yeah, but Adam Cole did with style. No, Wesley's good. Wesley is probably my top two. I think
Wesley has the. I think all of Wesley's matches are with style.
Yeah, fuck. Wesley can move a lot better.
Thanks for the update, Shadow. Thanks for letting us know.
Shadow.
All right, so moving on. Next we have up the Heritage Cup Championship, which had Nathan Frazier versus Tony D'Angelo. And man, this thing was quick. Like they started off like a bat out of hell.
It was fast. It was
Frazier
wanted Frazier to win.
gets a pinfall less than a minute into the first round.
Mm-hmm.
I missed the first round, obviously, because I didn't even notice that he got a pinfall.
Oh, dude, I blinked. I must have blinked because I'm sitting there going, the fuck did he get a pin?
Yeah, I was working on something, and I wasn't really focused so much on this match. So I saw round 2 where I saw Tony D'Angelo pick this guy up, sent him to heaven, and then slammed him down and got the 1, 2, 3. And I thought D'Angelo was up 1-0 the entire time. The entire match, I thought D'Angelo was up 1-0. I never looked in the bottom left of the screen and saw that there was a 1-1 tie. Because when they got to round 6, I was like, well, why are they doing round 6? Nathan Frazier can't win. Best he could do is tie him. And then I realized the score at that point was 1-1.
Yeah.
All because of what happened at the end of the 5th round when Nathan Frazier hit the Phoenix Splash and went for the pinfall, but there was only 1 second when he started the count. So there was no way he could win. But the action between these two, between rounds 3, 4, and 5, was amazing.
It was a lot better match than I thought it was going to be. I did not see. I wanted Frazier to win it because I like Frazier, but I don't see Tony D losing that, at least until he's ready to hold the main belt or go to Raw or SmackDown, which I personally think Tony's ready for it. Him and the whole faction. Send him up there.
I agree that he is ready for either a main roster call-up or the main championship run. I think right now the NXT division, though, is stacked at the top. With everybody
it's stacked to no end.
So it kind of puts him in a bad position. I think, based off of the way everything is going, we're going to see the entire family move up by Survivor Series. That's the latest. I think somebody they'll be moved up at some point.
Survivor
and I
Series?
think they'll treat it as like a free agent signing, like how they started doing at the end of the reign there.
Yeah.
I
like the free agent stuff.
It made it interesting. It made people like they're vying for these people to work. They're going to be bidding. It made it feel like a real sport in a sense, where they can bring new people in at different times, as opposed to just the shuffling at the draft. You know?
Yeah.
That thrust spine buster that D'Angelo does, though, I think is vicious.
It's one of the better spine busters in the game right now.
Hopefully Phil gets connected at some point. I keep seeing him down there. After this match, we had Javon Evans tell Trick Williams he's being in his corner tonight. Trick tells him that he wants him to focus on the title match, and that he gets nervous about people saying that they'll have his back these days, so he'd rather go go at it alone based off of what happened with him and Mello in the past. Do you blame him?
No, I don't blame him at all. I'd have very big trust issues if I was Trick Williams.
I mean, that's what
I think every wrestler should have trust issues,
but Trick more so than others because of what's happened.
Yeah, Trick's been pretty much fucked.
Sorry. Next, we had Carmen Petrovic versus Roxanne Perez. Before this match gets started, Lola Vice comes out and she sits at the commentary desk for this one. What did you think of this match?
I missed this one. I'll be fucking completely honest. I was helping my mom with my niece, so I was helping her, and then I went, "Oh, NXT's on."
So this match, you had a lot of back and forth. Lola Vice on commentary was pretty entertaining. She was telling Booker T to shut up and everything else. It was great. Perez going back and forth with Petrovic. Petrovic gets some moves and a series of kicks against her, but once Roxanne blocks one, she hits Pop Rocks for the win. 1, 2, 3, match is over. After that, Lola Vice gets in the ring. Roxanne Perez goes through the swinging backhand, the swinging back elbow.
Mm-hmm.
Lola blocks it, counters it, knocks out Roxanne Perez, and then takes her belt and brings it into the back. Goes into the back, puts it on Ava's desk, saying, "You can give this back to Roxanne. I just want to match a Heat Wave." I don't think we got an announcement for that yet.
They have a face-off next week.
But there was a face-off announcement next week, so
there was never an official match declared, just a face-to-face next week.
So I think we're waiting. I think they're waiting to hear what's going on with Julia before they make the announcement of this match.
I can't wait for her to get in the ring. She is going to destroy an NXT.
She's gonna kill it.
She's going to kill it. Then she's going to get called up and be with the Kabuki Warriors.
I don't think so.
I'm calling it, Scalz.
I don't think so about that. What's going on with Phil? After that, we had Metaphor in the back. Noam Dar is on his phone. On the phone, he called in saying that he had his tendon ripped right off the bone, so he's going to be out a while. Oro says that it's not him attacking Ethan Page is not about getting back at Ethan Page, it's about avenging Noam Dar. And Noam says that's why you're my man. I appreciate it.
Was that true? Was that story he told tonight true? Does anyone know?
I don't know. We have to look into this. He told a story about his dad almost dying in a car accident. 60% of his father's body got burned, which means that he and his brother had to move to Switzerland, got placed in foster care for a while, and it was tough being so far from home. He felt like he never fit in, and then he didn't feel like he ever fit in anywhere until he met the Metaphor. And that's why he keeps going after Page for attacking him.
Okay. That makes sense. I mean, Booker T kind of looked a little shook up, so that's what makes me want to know if it was a real story or not.
Mm-hmm. Noam says that's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that information. He appreciates everything that they do. And then we go into the back, and the Good Brothers are beating up OTM, and Mia Yim rolls up to attack Jada Parker. Security swarms and pulls them apart, and then we go to a break.
I love the Good Brothers. Taking care of my light work so I don't have to watch OTM on TV. It's not that I don't think they have talent. I just think it's the dumbest name in the business.
Yeah, you don't like the gimmick.
It's right up there by Ash by Elegance.
You just don't like the gimmick, the name.
It's not there yet.
It's not there yet? It's close though.
Ash by Elegance, get him out the mud right here.
After that, we had Damon Kemp versus Tavion Heights. And this match was pretty good.
Are they related?
I thought that, but they're not.
Someone's parents have some explaining to do, Scalz, because those boys look like twins.
They do, but I don't think they're not related. What did you think about Damon having to get his shoulder pop back in on the outside the ring?
I thought it was pretty cool. Who better to do it than Charlie Dempsey, the one guy who doesn't care about pain? He's just like, I don't care. Click.
He was just here.
Oh, too bad.
Phil's having lots of technical issues tonight, guys. This was a really good match, though. This was a technical match between these two, and both of them coming from the wrestling background, you could definitely feel that this was what was going to happen. I like the fact that they had Tavion Heights win. He won with a belly-to-belly suplex. He earns a spot. He's now part of the No Quarter Catch Crew, and now they're back up to 4 again. Is this what was needed for No Quarter Catch Crew to get back to where they were?
Yes. I think No Quarter Catch Crew, nothing. This has nothing to do with the scenario or the situation with Drew Gulak. Okay. I think the quarterback crew is a lot better with Charlie Dempsey at the lead.
Okay.
I think, I don't know what it is. I mean, Drew Gulak's good. He's a damn good wrestler, man. It sucks to see him not there anymore. But when it comes to leading the faction, I just wasn't buying it. Hey, Phil.
You good now, Phil?
Nope, he froze again.
Nope. All right. While you're here, what do you think of the No Quarter Catch Crew with Tavion Heights joining? Oh, his headphones are not in. Can't hear me. Can you hear me now? Oh. All right. Well, after that, we had Kalani Jordan was being interviewed backstage. She says that beating Misha last week was a confidence booster, and she wants a drama-free champion, defending against deserving challengers and moving on to the next. You there, Phil?
Yeah.
You want?
Wi-Fi driving me nuts. Jeez.
You want to talk about the No Quarter Catch Crew and Tavion Heights joining it?
I don't know. I don't know. It's just I don't know. Like, this is the third time I've tried to connect in, and it's just not working. I don't know what's going on.
You're here. You're connected in. We hear you.
Okay. No worries.
We hear you. We hear you and see you. So, you want to talk about the No Quarter Catch Crew and Tavion Heights joining?
Man, I'm starting to go in and out on this too. Like everything's coming out on my end. It's
if you want to drop out,
man, this is not.
That's fine. You don't have to stay here if we're having a lot of issues tonight. It's okay.
This
is called live TV, folks. This happens.
Yeah, no worries.
If you want to get on out of here, Phil, you can. You'll be fine. We'll be good.
You're good, Phil. We love you still.
All right. So, as she's talking about beating Mishin, defending against the serving challengers, moving on to next, Jada Parker runs in and demands some promo time, running Mia down for blindsiding her, and then challenges her to a street fight next week. So, looks like we're going to get Mia Yim versus Jada Parker in a street fight.
I'm okay with that. I know me some Mia Yim.
I was going to say, this is like Mia Yim's like playground. You don't want her in a street fight. Like
Mia Yim has been, I'm ventured to say Mia Yim has done better on NXT than she did on SmackDown. At least they're giving her something to do week to week.
I 100% agree on that. She's getting screen time and she's showing what she can do. The NXT women's division is always the best women's division out of all three of them.
Yeah.
Can't never argue that. And that's not to say that the women's divisions up on the main roster have not been good. It's just the NXT is always levels above. After that, we saw Ariana Grace make her entrance, and then we go to break. You have Brinley Reese telling Enofe and Blade how proud of them she is, but Izzy Dean rolls up to them and telling her that she's getting him nowhere. This is my favorite part of the show. As Izzy Dean is talking to them, right behind her on the glass, you see Tatum Paxley just like crawling up, and then you see her eyes, and Izzy Jane just goes like it's a fly, like knocking her out of there.
I'll give you that. That one was funny tonight.
Tatum Paxley is awesome.
Tatum Paxley is a national treasure.
And she's really good in the ring, too. Like, she has it all. And
she had a great showing at Against All Odds.
At Against All Odds versus Jordan Grace, yes, she did.
What a fucking great showing.
Yeah. I laughed at that so much. And then on Twitter, Tatum was like, I was doing nothing. I was just standing there. Like, I wasn't harming anybody. She is one of the best people. If you don't follow her on Twitter, make sure you do it because she is great. Everything going on between her and Ava is just mwah, chef's kiss. Axiom, after that, we go to the locker room. Axiom is telling Nathan Frazier how close he got. There's nothing to be ashamed of. He wants to run some tape for the title match that takes place in a week and a half. Frazier begs him off, saying he has a speed match tomorrow and he'll do it after. So right now, they're building up that Frazier is more focused on his singles title, his singles run, than being a tag team at the moment. And I'm liking where this is going. I just wonder how long it's going to take before they actually, before they collide themselves, as opposed to being a team.
I think we're building up to it. I think we're going to see Chase U become 2-time NXT Tag Team Champions. And then we will slowly get and A-Kid's going to blame it on Nathan. How his head wasn't in the game. It wasn't focused. And then they're going to go back and forth at it.
And then what? They'll culminate at like one of the weekly shows, weekly specials, or the next PLE.
Yeah, it'll be a weekly special. It won't be nothing that goes too long.
Okay. After that, we already had Ariana Grace come out, so now we have Sol Ruca coming out. This is an NXT Women's North American #1 contendership match between Grace and Ruca, and I enjoy watching Sol Ruca in the ring. She is a worker, and I don't know. I feel if she never got hurt, she would have already been an NXT Women's Champion.
Who?
Sol Ruca.
Oh, Ruca. I think she should have been the one they put the North Americans title on.
See,
I thought that was her match to win.
Oh, I agree. I thought it was either going to be her or Mishin. I had no idea they were going to put on Klein Jordan. I was very surprised with that. That being said, with Sol Ruca winning this match and now becoming #1 contender, I think she becomes the new champion at Heatwave.
Yeah.
And Kalani Jordan had a little thing on it. She's getting a little cocky, saying she wants to only defend it against certain people, and not realizing that the certain people she's defending it against are the ones that are actually going to take it from her.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's going to happen.
That I think she's just got so much hype from winning the belt and everything. I think she's biting off more than she could chew.
Yeah, I mean, she came out and raised Sol Ruca's hand at the end. Like, why would you do that? You're the champion. You don't need to be out there celebrating the person who you're going to fight against.
Because that's what happens when you book face versus face.
Yeah, but I think this is where we're going to get Kalani turning heel at the end of it after she loses. She's going to snap.
Yeah. Kalani's another one I want to see what she can do as a heel.
After this match, you had JC Jane, Jasmine Nix, and Fallon Henley complaining about Sol Ruca getting the opportunities that they deserve. JC says she wants to do something about it. So now we have Fallon Henley joining the two girls that she was fighting with Thea against. Because she's turned heel. So you go from the girls you're fighting against to joining them. So it's a thing. If you can't beat them, join them. You know?
I see no problem with that. If I keep getting your ass whooped every week, you can just be buddies.
Fair. Next, we come to the main event. Shawn Spears versus Trick Williams.
Ooh,
so,
main event.
Essentially, this match turns into earning a spot to fight Trick Williams for the championship at some point in the future. This is essentially what this is coming into.
Mm-hmm.
Based off of what happened earlier tonight with Ethan Page, him being possibly considered now because he beat Javon Evans in the main event last week, never being eliminated. So now you have potential 2 challengers for it. This is Shawn Spears throwing his name into the hat to do it. This match was good.
Could you imagine Shawn Spears as champion?
I would love it.
I would not bitch at all.
No. Ethan Page was on commentary for this one. He came out, sat there, enjoying the match, having a good time on commentary. All of a sudden, here comes Oro Mensah.
Sticking his nose where it doesn't belong in all ego's business.
Again.
He will eventually learn.
Eventually. We keep going back and forth now. Page and Mensah go away. As they're fighting, Shawn and Trick are on the mat. Shawn gets back up to do a lung blower, but Trick gets the bookend. Somebody jumps over the barricade and tries to call in a ring, but security pulls him out. The ref blocks him from coming in the ring. Going on. Williams dives, gets out of the way, and the intruder grabs the desk panel and hits Williams with it.
Mm-hmm.
Shawn Spears capitalizes, hits the C4, and gets the victory.
Win's a win, baby.
I was shocked that they had. I wasn't shocked that Shawn won. I was shocked that they had Trick Williams lose 10 days before his title defense.
Trick has not looked like other than title defenses. Trick hasn't looked like a strong, to me. This is just me. Has not looked like a strong champion. I feel like the hype and the chase in this instance a lot better than the run. I don't want to see it end because I think he can do great things with this run.
Well,
that's
the thing. With it now being turned into a fatal 4-way. Because, like we said earlier, in Ava's office, Robert Stone and Stevie Turner lays out the problem that for Ava, and she says that everybody has a compelling case to fight for the championship, so she's changing the match at Heatwave to a fatal 4-way.
Mm-hmm.
Do we see the belt come off of Trick Williams at Heatwave?
I can't say yes or no, but there's a strong possibility we will see a new champion at Heatwave. But
I know we have another week, and we're not doing our predictions yet for Heatwave. But if you had to pick right now that there was a title change, who would you give the belt to?
Spears. I'd give it to
Ethan Page right now.
I want Ethan to have it. I mean,
I would be okay with Spears winning it, but the way Ethan Page has been presented right now.
Yeah, 100% Ethan with the presentation and everything deserves to win it. I think it's more he's got this Noam Dar thing going on, which they could use the belt in that story. But if he doesn't win, okay. I mean, Sean Spears really ain't got shit going on right now.
No, I think one of those two is walking out with the belt.
Yeah.
100%. But that's the entire show from NXT from tonight.
I love watching AEW on Tuesday nights.
You love watching AEW on Tuesday nights?
Yeah. I'm just fucking with everyone. I mean, like, just have the main.
We got two people in the main event at Heatwave, former AEW wrestlers, who are being presented 100 times better than they were in AEW.
Fuck yeah, they are.
Paige is looking like a superstar, and this is what Sean Spears was supposed to be, and he wasn't given a chance to.
No, he wasn't.
That being said, what did you think of NXT tonight overall?
A lot of chaos. A lot of chaos with backstage fights and people breaking in, which, hey, I ain't bitching. I like it.
Well, that's why I named the show tonight, NXT on Tap, Turmoil Everywhere.
Now, to word of advice to the camera guys, you're professionally trained. Stop fucking shaking the camera like it's a bad episode of fucking Cops. It gets me dizzy. They're back there with that Mia Yim and Jada Parker segment. That motherfucker's just shaking the shit out of it. Like, no one's touching you. Stop shaking. Like, fuck.
You were doing that shaking so bad it made your camera go out of focus.
Yeah, it's like fucking the dude's just I didn't know what was going on. He was like shaking so bad. I got a really dark joke, but I'm not going to tell it.
But anything else you want to add on before we head on out for the night, Jax?
No, buddy. I think we've covered it all. I mean, it was a good episode of NXT. It was a great build to Heatwave. NXT does great with getting most of their talent on TV once a week. If it's a backstage segment, if it's just a glance. One thing I can't bitch about is NXT will put talent on TV.
I mean, I've only been saying it for a year now. NXT is the best weekly wrestling show there is.
Yeah. NXT, TNA, Raw, and then we got SmackDown. SmackDown and Raw, they're kind of like in the same position right now.
This past week, SmackDown and Raw, way up here. Those two episodes, oh my god, that's what we're missing from WWE. Those type of shows.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping they continue to do what they've done so far. Because right now, the way they're building everything, it keeps people wanting to come back the next week.
Yeah.
And that's what was missing.
All of their products, all of their show products right now is must-see weekly TV because they're transitioning away from just showing you what's on Monday night, what's on Tuesday night, and what's on Friday night. It leads over like they're invading the McAfee show a little bit, sprinkling some stories there. Like it's transitioned outside of the weekly show to
everything. It's on social media. It's on social media.
Everywhere.
It's everywhere.
Like, come on, Howdy took over Twitch. Like,
multiple times.
How many times have a wrestling company gone, yeah, let's mess with Twitch and see what happens? Other than TNA, which were
I loved when they did that. I loved when they broadcast the show on Twitch.
Yeah, it was exclusively on Twitch. It was
great. You got to watch it live, free, everything.
Yeah, and you got to chat with people who like the product, and I wish more up-and-coming companies would do that.
No, 100% agree.
Use your outlets.
All right. Jax, where can we find you?
Here every Tuesday, every Sunday. on River City Radio for Botch and Chair Shots. Saturday nights on twitch.tv/Boytime Podcast. Anywhere else, follow me on Twitter at JaxBo2020.
I am Scalz. I am the host of NXT on Tap, along with Jax and normally Phil. I also host Friday Night Review here on Off the Top, where we discuss what happened on SmackDown. You can find me on Twitch and YouTube with Off the Top Media, as well as Off the Top Media _ on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram. Special broadcasting announcement. Next Tuesday, we will be going live at 9 p.m. We are going to be doing our Money in the Bank predictions for the upcoming pay-per-view. Right after NXT is over, we will be transitioning into our Heat Wave predictions. So we'll be going on normal time slot for NXT, and we will discuss NXT predictions. So this is not news to you, Shadow. We discussed this.
Hit the notification bell so you don't miss it.
This is what we discussed. Because we figured it would be easier to transition right into NXT afterwards. Because NXT would be done. And the show would be all done.
All done with a bow.
All right, Shadow. Make sure you like, subscribe, share out the videos, help us continue to grow. We are working on trying to get the memberships active on YouTube, so we'd appreciate it if you guys watch some of our videos, help us out. Make sure you like those, comments, do all that stuff. Help us continue to grow. I am Scalz. Thank you again for coming out tonight, and we'll catch y'all soon. Have a great evening.
Later.